What is going on, dreamers? We're going to be continuing with the prof reactions. Today we're going to be checking out the remainder of the Horse album that he released back on last Friday, I believe. We checked out a few of it on live stream. We checked out like the first 3 or 4 songs, but we're going to be finishing off the album just regular reaction style because the live stream was a bit choppy. But if you have the time, go ahead and check out the playback from that live stream because I think it was quite interesting just chilling with you guys. There was a few of you in the chat that I got to interact with, and then I checked out the first 3 or 4 songs. Today we're going to be starting with Tough Boy. Before we do that, please be sure to leave a like on this video, comment your suggestions in the comment section down below, and of course subscribe to Dreamers Entertainment for more reactions. Let's jump right into it. It's a nice little cherry beat. It's nice and it's really upbeat, really in tune. And I also see that there's a feature here featuring Mac Irv, so it's gonna be something to look out to see if he's able to keep up with Prof, man.
How to make a tough boy? I can't take no shit. Papa ain't raised no bitch. Nothing but goons in the clique. Gotta stay strapped with the state. How to make a tough boy? Give a fuck what you think.
I've commented on this a few times in the live stream, but these backgrounds are hella trippy. Like they look like still images for a little bit, but then all of a sudden they'll just like twitch or they'll just like move really quickly, and it's like what the it's kind of trippy. That's all.
I can't take no shit. Papa ain't raised no bitch. Nothing but goons in the clique. Gotta stay strapped with the state. How to make a tough boy? Give a fuck what you think. Getting in fights off drink. Spitting up blood in the sink. Can't speak to no shrink. How to make a tough boy? Tough boy don't whine. Tough boy don't snitch. Tough boy get a tough whipping from his tough daddy. Gotta make sure tough boy don't flinch.
Tough boy get a tough whipping from his daddy. Gotta make sure that tough boy don't flinch. Listen, having a strict dad, having a dad that comes down on you with the iron fist, it can pay off. There's some negatives to it, but at the end of the day, parenting styles are up to the parents, and of course you shouldn't beat and abuse your kids, but at the same time, don't be afraid to discipline them. Okay, that's just because I know there's gonna be wokies that might hear that and be like, he was abused. Like, no, it ain't always that, and it doesn't always mean there's a bad dad.
Tough boy don't snitch. Tough boy get a tough whipping from his tough daddy. Gotta make sure tough boy don't flinch. My first memory was family violence.
Why does it low-key looks like this ain't even Prof's body? It looks like they just stuck his head floating on some other random dude that works at like a freaking Etna or something. Just stuck it on their body.
That's why I'm a bit nihilistic, your highness. I just sit back in the climate, shaded in silence. Shouldn't complain, so I kept it in private. Shots go running through the south side popping. Way that they were gangbanging, swear that it was Compton. Joining with the youth thing.
The way that they were gangbanging, swear that it was Compton. If you don't know what Compton is, whenever I say the word hood, whenever someone says the word ghetto, that image that pops into your head, that's Compton. When you think of gun violence, when you think of gangs, when you think of just the most ghettoest activities on the planet, you're thinking of Compton. Okay, it's one of the craziest places in America, to be honest.
Swear that it was Compton. Joining with the youth thing, go run around robbing. At an early age, steady building our coffins. Papa fist fighting with the Bloods and McDonald's. Tommy ain't no way we run away from a problem. Later he would throw the whole house on fire. And you wonder why I ain't love nobody.
So I feel like he's mentioned the whole house fire thing a few times, and he I think he even went into like detail in Flower Boy when he went into like real detail. Maybe it was Louisiana. Regardless of what song it was, it seems to be like a childhood memory that's really stuck with Prof. Is something happened with a fire in his childhood? Either his dad actually is the one that lit the house on fire, or there was a fire that like really stuck with him and struck those like deep core root memories in the brain.
Make a tough boy. I can't take no shit. Papa ain't raised no bitch. Nothing but goons in the clique. Gotta stay strapped with the state. How to make a tough boy? Give a fuck what you think. Getting in fights off drink.
Somebody in the comment section said that I do terrible when I do like my personal ad libs when I'm like lip syncing these songs, and they're facts. Because he said how to make a tough boy like 9 times, and I swear to God, every time I've lip synced it, I've said how to raise a tough boy in my head for some reason. I don't know why.
Tough boy. Give a fuck what you think. Getting in fights off drink.
I won't get it right though.
Can't speak to no shrink.
God damn it.
They think you soft, then I'll pack you out. Ain't no running from a fight, ain't no backing down. Just some young niggas lashing out. Fuck a 9 to 5.
Okay, Mac Irv came in that whole kind of smooth. I'm not gonna lie. He kind of just swiffled it. Not unlike that freaking clip just now when my hand just fucking glitched. Came in nice and smooth. Nice and smooth.
Just trying to survive, we need to thrive. Gotta find us a faster route. Got the drive, but never had a map. Got it down the wrong path, so that's why you see us crashing out. No dads around, but I was blessed, pop stay.
That's why you seen us crashing out. No dads around. Dads are so important. Like, I feel like, and this is gonna be kind of a tangent. Today's society has completely abandoned the idea of fathers being like the pivotal member of a household. Like, really having that male, masculine, dominating figure in the house is so important, and so many people just completely disregard that now. It's the era of the boss babe, queen, bad bee, just all of that nonsense. Where it's like, we don't need men. We can have babies through just like implanting our eggs. Like, the amount of craziness that females have convinced themselves of nowadays is wild. Like, as tough as your dad may get, as tough as, let me drop this real quick, as tough as your dad may get, as tough as life may get, your dad is going to always be one of the most important figures and roles in the household. He's going to teach direction. And for those of you who might have been raised without a dad, and you're saying, well, my life went perfectly fine, I didn't have my dad in the household, or my dad was abusive, and we had to go through all this stuff, but my life turned out well regardless. Just think of what it would have been like to have a positive role model, a positive male figure in your life, instead of the toxic father you might have had, or the absence of one that you might have had. It's just scientifically proven. Good mom, good dad is going to equal good child 99% of the time. The other anomalies are anomalies, but we deal on the we deal on the rule and not the exception here. And the rule is, if you have good mom and good dad, 9.9 times out of 10, you're gonna have good child. My bad, that was a hell of a tangent.
Who knows where I would have been, cause I stayed in some mess, trying to raise in my rep, ducking strays on the steps. Every day's another blessing that you take in a breath. Made it out, beat the odds. It's kinda hard on those who didn't when you reach this far. They shake my hand when they was hating, I done peeped it all. To my brothers in the cell, I pray they free them all, yeah.
Ooh. He said it's kind of hard thinking about the dudes that didn't make it when you make it as far as he has. And honestly, I'm not trying to say like I'm trying to leave everything in my past or whatever, but that's the point I'm trying to make it to, where like I get to the point where I'm successful enough where I can look back on all my friends that might have slacked off a little bit, or that I might have fell out of touch with, and I'm either able to help them if we're still cool, or the ones that we're no longer cool, or the ones that never mess with me or whatever. I can look back and just say, I feel bad that they're there, but I'm not them, and I'm happy about that. But I got to reach my own level of success before I can even think that way. It's a mental thing, mental gymnastics that I play with myself every now and then. I try not to get too deep into it though, cause
I can't take no shit. Papa ain't raised no bitch. Nothing but goons in the clique. Gotta stay strapped with the stick. How to make a tough boy. Give a fuck what you think. Getting in fights off drink. Spitting up blood in the sink. Can't speak to no shrink. How to make a tough boy. Step one. Have him born into poverty young. See how hard he can punch, it ought to be fun. See how many crimes his father commit before he decided to run.
oh, he giving us the playbook for how to make a tough boy. Okay, so step one, get him into poverty. Okay, I've already done that one. Be born into poverty. Okay.
Step one.
We'll take some notes here. Okay. Oh shit. My bad.
See many crimes his father commit before he decided to run.
Mm-hmm.
Step two, see if he could pursue the same evil to do, to even leave an excuse.
Hold on. Step two, see if he can pursue the same evil. What? Run that back.
Decided to run. Step two, see if he could pursue the same evil to do, to even leave an excuse. Step
Okay.
three, leave it to Beaver or me. Tweedledum, Tweedledee, die early and leave. Shots go running through the south side pop.
Okay, that was deep. So he said step three, just leave it to the kid basically, and die young, and leave them to themselves. That's from trauma. That's from trauma. He lost his dad early on in something that he's talked about before in many of his other songs, and it's definitely had an impact on him for sure it has. And he never got a chance to really like forgive his father for the type of childhood he had, so that's gotta have left a scar.
Die early and leave. Shots go running through the the south side popping. Waited there with gang banging, swear that it was Compton. Joining with the youth, ain't gon' run around robbing. At an early age, steady building our coffins. Popping fist fighting with the Bloods and McDonald's. Tommy ain't no way we run away from a problem. Later he would throw the whole house on fire. And you wonder why I ain't love nobody. Make a tough boy.
And you wonder why I ain't love nobody, man. That's called trauma, man. Trauma passes on. His dad freaking burned the house down, apparently. His dad was really tough on him and then passed away before he even got a chance to grow up and show his dad what he became. So that's really, really tough. But again, for those of you who didn't have a positive male role model in your life growing up, I was lucky enough to have, so I get to speak from a different perspective, but it's one of the most pivotal things that you can have in a household. But I won't go off on another tangent. If you enjoyed this reaction, please leave a like on this video and leave a comment down below about what you would like to see next in terms of reactions. Can be music or non-music related, just leave it down there. And be sure to subscribe to Dreamers Entertainment for more reactions. Until next time, and until the next video, Dreamers.